We have become very good at shipping software quickly with the help of AI and LLM. Now we have Playwright for UI automation, API automation for functional coverage, and AI agent that help teams move much more faster. But there is one thing, performance testing. This has not kept up with the same delivery speed. This is exactly why I built Democratize and Bomber-cli, a modern lightweight .NET load testing CLI, which is built on a super efficient performance testing tool and Bomber. And I have designed this for teams working with microservices, OpenAPI, and GraphQL APIs. But before getting more into the details, let's first understand the real challenge. So to understand the challenge, the team is keeping up with the performance testing aligned with the pace of delivery. Teams now use API automation, UI automation, AI-assisted development to move quickly, but testing is still often manual and disconnected. With this new CLI, you can use AI to author much faster, but you do not need to depend on AI in order to run this test workflow. So let's first understand our application under test. This is e-commerce application, My Basket app, a simple grocery microservices app runs on top of 6 AI or microservices layer. The first one is the user service where user can register, log in, see the profile. This is the Swagger documentation of the application where you can see the gateway service, authentication service, user service, product service, card service, and order service. In order to write the API test and then performance test for this application, this process might take a long to understand the schema, understand what are your input criteria, what is your expected response time, and then putting everything in together into a performance testing tool. So in this particular demo, I will be taking you through dq-nbomber-cli. So this is a NuGet or .NET tool which can get installed globally, and it has the commands like generate the test, run the test, validate the test, and create the test data as well. So if you have this tool installed on your local machine, then you can just run nbomber generate and the path of your API or the JSON schema path for your API so that it can understand the schema and extract the rule. And then all of the details, create the test data and scaffolding into a YAML file. So this particular tool also comes with a AI skill, so which I am going to demonstrate how this can escalate the entire process. So I have kept one project open, and then I have already installed the nbomber-cli. For installing the skill, I am going to run a command dq-nbomber, which is the name of the CLI, install skill. So with this one, it create few reference file and then a skill for us. And once this thing is ready, so what you can do is you can come here and say dq-nbomber. I want to create a happy path end-to-end performance test for my API with base URL. It will start working on this one. Registration, login, browse product, add to the place order. And then what it is going to do is start executing some of the commands which is already there. If you look at it, it goes and allow dq-nbomber in this session so that it can run the other tool. See, it has already created a YAML file with the sample test data around users, order, and the cart. And then it has created some test data along with the file. It is going to do everything for us. As you can see on the screen, it is looking for access token. It is looking to extract what other details it required. And then it is going to create a final version of YAML file for us. So let it run. So I will be back once that is done. Okay, I'm back. So at the end, so after completing the task, so it has created a scaffolded uh, the YAML file for us. So once the YAML file has been created, so whatever the fake credential, the dummy data it has created while running the generate command. So it fixed that, it fixed the body encoding, numeric value and object based on the schema analysis. And after that, how to extract the data. So now it is asking me what are your user load target, how many requests per second concurrent users, how long the test should run, pass fail threshold, and other criteria. So over here, I'll just say, just for the sample run, that I want inject with rate 1 and I want it to run for 5 seconds. So it will create or update the file with the load simulation. And then if I accept those, it will create my load testing scenario for me. So to run the test, it gives me the command. I can run this command. So for running this command, I don't need any AI. So I can just run this command and just say run, then it will start running the test. As you can see, it has already started running the test. So now you can see the test is running. The load is also coming here. So it has created new users. It has created some orders for me. It has created some item to the cards as well. And it is 5 seconds. Hopefully the test has been completed. So now you can see the report is there. If I copy the path and come back to browser and look at the report, so we will be seeing the complete end-to-end test run. So you see within this 5 to 7 minutes demo with a really complex application, I was able to run the test cases, load test cases fine. So with that, I hope you have got dq-nbomber-cli on bench. With that, happy testing and happy learning.